Hey guys, it's Brandon with Investment Joy, and there is a storm or a fight brewing right now on the wonderful world of YouTube between Meet Kevin and Clear Value Tax, and it's something that I wanted to talk about because I've actually met Meet Kevin before. He came out to the trailer park, and in this fight, there's accusations of drug abuse, money, lies, deceit, cryptocurrency scams, and just about everything under the sun that you could think of that would be dramatic, and for once it doesn't involve me or my tenants. And what's important about this is there's going to be a lot of numbers, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on, my perspective, and why it's important that you guys understand how to evaluate what people say. And that includes the stuff that I say here on YouTube. If you guys know, YouTube makes a lot of money for people. As it stands now, since October the 1st, I've made almost $90,000 on YouTube. So when it comes to things about videos, about producing content that gets views, there's a lot of money involved. So with the coronavirus quarantine lockdown stimulus, there's been quite a few people that have got very, very heavy on stimulus content. Number one is Mr. Meet Kevin, who in November came to my trailer park. We shot some videos. We looked at abandoned houses, my trailer park, a couple, my laundromat, apartments, things like that. And I got to spend 2 days with Kevin. And he's been doing, as a lot of you know, he does real estate content, financial content, things like that. Mr. Clear Value Tax here has had a channel which I've followed since January because it's kind of interesting. I follow almost all the finance content, and those two guys are kind of in a war against each other, with Mr. Clear Value Tax accusing Kevin of doing lines of cocaine off of his desk. I can only assume his kids and his wife would be in the other room. So those kinds of accusations are like pretty intense, pretty serious. Then Graham Stephan came in and did a fun little impersonation of Mr. Clear Value Tax. I've had no involvement with the owner of Clear Value Tax. He seems like, a nice guy. I can only assume that they're all nice guys. But I have spent some time with Kevin and talked to Kevin quite a bit since he came out here to Ohio to my Hillbilly Trailer Park. And I've spent several hours on the phone talking to Graham Stephan, who I promise you guys is as nice as his videos come out to be. He is probably the world's nicest guy, especially on YouTube. Wonderful guy for finance content, which is why this is so interesting to me, the beef between everybody. And at the heart of this is literally millions upon millions upon millions of dollars that YouTube creators, especially in the finance niche, are making. One of the fun things you can do if you have a desire to see how much anybody's making on YouTube in a real quick way is you get on this website called socialblade.com, and then you type in the channel name for your favorite YouTuber. You can check out me or Kevin, Clear Value Tax, Graham Stephan, and when you go in there, it will tell you how many views people are getting. Now, one of the interesting things you can do is, if with the power of Excel and math, you can figure out how much their YouTube's paying those guys. YouTube pays creators in something called CPM, or cost per mil, how many dollars a creator makes per 1,000 views. And if you go on Meet Kevin, Graham's channel, or whoever else, you can get a rough idea. And generally speaking, they're getting between $12 to $13 per 1,000 views is about appropriate. So if you run that calculation real quick, Kevin is getting about 1 million views per day covering stimulus content. So he's about making between 13 and 15K a day in YouTube revenue, just off YouTube ads, nothing else. Clear Value Tax is a little bit harder because he keeps going back and deleting videos. I'm not saying anything is nefarious with that or wrong going in and deleting videos, but I would put him right up there with Kevin with about 1 million views a day. So these two guys are making about between $10,000 and $15,000 per day off YouTube ads. Graham Stephan is probably in there too. The difference is Graham has not covered finance type content or stimulus content the lifetime of his channel. He's mostly real estate, credit cards, personal finance, and he's been doing that for several years. the stimulus thing with coronavirus is obviously quite new for the world. And so Kevin and Mr. Clear Value Tax have actually come out of almost, now I wouldn't say nowhere. Clear Value Tax has come out of nowhere with the stimulus content and just exploded to almost 600,000 subscribers. Meet Kevin. When he came here to Ohio and visited me, he was around 175,000 subscribers. He's now, any second now, he's probably, I'm shooting this video, he's probably passing 600,000 right now. And the thing is, with this, people can monetize or make money off of the views through the YouTube ads. Like I said, I've made about $90,000 since October the 1st off of 20 million views. Because my content is laundromat heavy, 90% of you guys came and watched my channel from laundromat content. My revenue isn't nearly as high as theirs is per view. So at $13,000 to $15,000 per day, we are talking easily $300,000 per month in YouTube revenue is being fought back, and with the accusations flying against each other and things like that. And it all plays down to why anybody that's on YouTube has to learn how to do math. If you want to truly listen to my content or Graham or Kevin or Clear Value Tax, you're going to have to learn basic business skills, how to critically evaluate what anybody says, regardless of what content you consume on YouTube, as to what the truth is. I've gone back through and watched Meet Kevin videos, and I've watched Clear Value Tax videos, a lot of the accusations that they've made against each other. And the worst part of it is, there's truth, I'm sure, in both sides. And as a viewer, which I watch their content, I have to kind of critically view and figure out what they say. One accusation that was made against Meet Kevin was that he's in severe debt and he is bailing out his real estate business through his YouTube channel. That could be said about Kevin, Graham, or myself. I try to be transparent on my YouTube channel. I talked about recently how I'm $1.65 million in debt. I want to say Graham was in the $3 million range on his rentals, and Kevin, through some research, is over $5 million worth in debt on his properties. I have 140 rentals. I think Kevin and Graham are in the 10 rental apiece, so they are much more debt heavy, less cash flow than I am. Even through coronavirus, my business has done very, very well. With me being positioned in low-income rentals, my business has gone up, at least theoretically. It would be so easy for me as a YouTube guy to go out and lie to people, manufacture content to make more money. Because one of the other sides of YouTube income that no one wants to talk about, and it's where everybody, including myself, is guilty, or at least it becomes a thing. Clear Value Tax said on his videos that he would never push affiliate links or sell products, that he was only wanting high-quality content and information to come out. I think he deleted that video, and now he is pushing what I would consider a crummy, scammy crypto coin called Travago. It's some coin offering with it's an altcoin. It's a crypto altcoin, and it has to do with travel. Kevin posted on one of his videos that the value of that coin is going insane now that he's mentioned it on his channel. I am very much against altcoin cryptocurrencies other than like the main ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and the mainline Bitcoin blockchain type stuff. At one time in my own Bitcoin account, I had over 1,000 Bitcoins. I sold them off a long time ago for better or worse, but I've been involved in one form or fashion in cryptocurrency since 2011 and been tracking things. And one underlying thing is that when it comes to altcoins and minor crypto coins, there's a lot of scams. And I would, in my opinion, it would be better to err on the side of caution and not buy into altcoins than do them at all. Yet you have someone that was opposed to crypto coins now pushing them. He also promotes Webull, which is a wonderful company that you can get 2 free stocks from, which I promote, Clear Value Tax promotes, Kevin promotes, and Graham promotes. But the thing is, every time someone signs up to Webull and they deposit money in their account, we get paid. So then it becomes this thing. I'm not saying that anybody would be dishonest about promoting a company like Webull, but to consider it this way, there is a incentive for somebody to lie to you. I personally have an account. I've had no problem with them. I have a Robinhood account. I've never had a problem with Robinhood, but a lot of people have felt scammed by buying options that they couldn't sell inside Robinhood. I even got paid to produce a video. It wasn't much money, by Webull to compare their platform to Robinhood. So that's something that all of us get paid for. And then Mr. Graham Stephan and Kevin also sell video courses. I have been opposed on video courses for quite some time. That was till Kevin came and he said that a lot of his users enjoy his real estate courses. I figured it was complete, entire BS. I just couldn't understand that anybody would like a course. Then when he posted his videos, I had a half dozen of his users contact me about his courses and ask me when I would be doing my own course on laundromats and trailer parks. I told them quite bluntly I had no interest in that, and they reasserted to me that I should be getting into course sales myself because they loved Kevin's course and they felt that it provided great value to them. I've had one or two people from Graham Stephan's crowd message me and say they've really liked his contents. I have purchased Graham's courses when they were on sale. I like them. I don't think they're super great because they have a lot of content that I already understand or know with regards to marketing in YouTube. But for somebody starting out from scratch, his courses were great. I do not believe that, at least up to this point, I haven't seen Clear Value Tax have any courses. And the thing about courses is they make obscene amounts of money. Once again, going back to Kevin making about $300,000 per month, we don't really know how much he makes off of his courses, but I had a gentleman approach me in January of this year, January 2020, and he said, "Why don't you have a course yet, Brandon?" And I said, "Because I don't really have the time to do it. I have a full-time job managing my real estate. I have a full-time job dealing with a laundromat. I have a full-time job dealing with my rental portfolio, and my YouTube channel is based off of me taking a cell phone out of my pocket and recording my life." That's practically where all these videos come from, till I decided to take some of the YouTube money and get it, buy this studio stuff, which I've got maybe $8,000 in it now, for a tax break, so I can watch boxing and MMA on my big giant video screen and take it as a tax write-off. That's why we have the Hillbilly Jumbotron here. But one thing this individual said to me was, "Brandon, because you don't have a course right now, you're losing out on $500,000 per year." And that blew me away with the idea that a course can make that much money. At another point during this year, I had a conversation with a YouTuber who is much smaller than me. He is in the finance industry, finance niche, and he specifically does course sales and ebook sales within his YouTube channel. And he was making over $35,000 per month at a small fraction of what I do for my channel. He's making between $350,000 and $400,000 per year off his YouTube channel, not from YouTube monetization, the ads, or an affiliate company like Webull or whatnot, but in course sales. Another high-level marketer said for every dollar you make off YouTube ads, you'll typically make $2 to $3 off your affiliate links and then $5 off course sales. So for every dollar that comes in on your YouTube channel, if you want a rough approximation of how much a YouTube channel could be making, multiply your YouTube revenue times 7 or 8, which would put all of these guys in the astronomical income range. Off of my affiliates and things like that, I think I've cleared over $100,000. Weeble's been good to me. The other things that I've promoted, the shout-outs, they're good to me, which we're going to roll back into the channel and do some fun projects like the YouTube stuff affords me to make choices and do things with my channel that I really never thought possible. I'm actually looking at building a new construction rental property. It doesn't even have to be profitable because I can make money off of videos, which comes back to the point about Graham and Kevin. They can run a real estate business theoretically off of their YouTube income, and it becomes detached from the world of, effective real estate. I'm not saying that's what they're doing. They're both great guys, and not once when I spent time with Kevin did he ever do a line of cocaine. I think he's just naturally happy and energetic. The reality remains, Kevin's in about $5 million worth of debt, and when I ran it through Excel and did a mortgage calculator, that's between $20,000 and $30,000 per month in mortgages that he realistically would be paying. Now, Clear Value Tax made the accusation that you would have to put out 5 videos a day to pay those mortgages. Reality is, at Kevin's level with stimulus videos, you would have to put out 1 every other day. But he's hustling his butt off, putting out 6 videos a day or 20 videos a day or however many videos a day it is he does, just because he can print money by making YouTube videos. I theoretically could do that too, but then I feel like I would neglect my management duties and running a real estate company. I want to do that someday, but today is not that day. I've been sitting in my office dealing with leaky pipes. So all these things considered, it would be important for you guys to learn how to evaluate finances. Now, the fun thing is you could watch Graham, Kevin, and Clear Value Tax. Watch every single hour of content. Split the difference in what they're telling you to do and not to do with your finances, and you would very likely end up rich. Of course, I would love for you to include me in the videos on YouTube so I can make some money too. But the reality is, if you would split the difference between all the good financial content or the big YouTube finance channels, you would very quickly realize that they all say very similar things. Graham is different than Kevin. I'm different than both of them, obviously. They have never had to count with their toes by taking off their shoes before. And guess what? I have. I've even thought about doing an OnlyFans account so we can do a live foot counting deal. That's a joke. Anyway, hopefully this gives you guys an idea of what I'm seeing going on with here. Like I said, Kevin's a really nice guy. I've had the wonderful privilege of meeting with him in person. He spent 2 days with me here in Ohio shooting content. I've been on the phone like 3 hours with Graham. I also did an interview with Graham back in September, and it could very well be the reason that my channel initially took off after I posted the laundromat content, because I was on the Graham Stephan show where I talked about revenues from 100 rental properties. That was before I had the trailer park, not after. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video. I would love to do more Excel-based content, things like that. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you.